Hey everyone, welcome to another software development profile review. My name's David Roberts. Let's take a look at this profile. I'm going to show you what a recruiter sees. So I'm a software developer who's also been a recruiter, and I'm going to show you why you might be getting rejected. What's the first thing that a recruiter sees when they look at your profile and how you can improve that. So let's get into it. By the way, a lot of the information that I'm going to be giving here is also available in my course and my book, which is available via a link that I'll put in the description for this. So let's get going. This is Pedro, and he's sent me a message saying he's looking for backend, Node, Nest.js, TypeScript work. So let's keep that in our mind. That's the sort of job that Pedro would be applying for. What would I see if I was the recruiter making that assessment? So first thing I notice is the banner image. Does this tell me any more about what this person does? Do I know that this person's worth spending more time on? No, it looks very pretty, but it doesn't help me in any way to go, yep, this is definitely the type of person I'm looking for. Profile picture looks great. The headline then, this does tell me more. Software developer, TypeScript, Node, Nest.js, great. React makes me wonder, do you want to do front end or back end? But considering you've applied for the back end role, I'll just accept that as a bonus. So it's got a lot of the skills that we've been looking for, which is great. So now we're down to this about section. I did a quick translation of this before. This bit really doesn't help me, tells me where you're working, but doesn't show me how you're progressing, how you're making this happen. The tops, and this is all I can see. I'd have to click see more to actually expand this open. But the top skills, backend, great. Docker, great. TypeScript, Nest.js, PHP. Well, which one is it? PHP or TypeScript? So it raises a doubt, but I'll be looking for that later on to see. I'm going to look now to see is there more PHP than TypeScript, but we'll see. Expanding the skills, this all looks as I would hope, all the right skills. Again, there's the PHP there, but certainly led with the JavaScript and TypeScript stuff first, so I'm happier again. There's a link to a GitHub here. It's also linked up as a featured post below. I always like it when that happens, so we'll open that. And I'm hoping these are links to projects that you've done, so that'll be great. They look, there's certainly something for me to look at. The activity, we'll open that up well because I want to see what you're talking about. When I get down to the experience now, what have you been doing? Now this is the last 7 years of your work. I'd have to translate these. Now this is a bit more difficult for me because it's in Portuguese and I'd have to go through and translate every line, but it also helps for me showing you what a recruiter might do because they don't read, they scan. So I'm looking through, and what I care about is the skills at the minute because I'm thinking how much experience have you got. So it's remote work, Windows, Ubuntu, Microsoft Office. I'm not seeing the development skills, and that's your last 7 years. Now I'm worried. So we don't have experience in these things that we said we've got experience in. Now, I don't know what stage Pedro is at, whether he's looking for an entry-level role or more, but we'll just keep going and make that assessment later. So this is the role that he mentioned in the About section, and this looks more promising. Again, I don't know what's being said here, but it mentions PHP and Python. So which one is it? There's JS and TypeScript. So I'm thinking this is your last 2 years, but that's also while you've been working in this job for 7 years. So this is only a small percentage or 50% of your time. And then it's split between 3 different languages. So it starts to make me concerned how much time you've actually spent between C#, Python, PHP and JavaScript. Okay, and working 2 jobs. And then it's actually not 2 jobs. There's a 3rd job. This was your volunteer role. So what's in here? Backend operations. This is TypeScript again, so it looks more like you are a TypeScript developer, but I'm concerned as to actually how much time you've spent here. So okay, I'm intrigued, but I want to see more. Let's look at the 2 posts that you put out. So this is one is you're doing some development, but you're showing me changes to front-end work. So this is more about how you've refactored the front end from what I can tell. Again, there might be more in the translation here about it being back end. Changing responsiveness. So it looks more like front end stuff. So that's not helping me in this job application. And the second one here to look at the translation learning English. Learning English, great, but it doesn't help me in the job application process in terms of tech at this stage. I'm more worried about the tech before we actually jump into a call and decide how good are you at this. So I'd like to see better activity. So let's look at the activity in general. What can I see? Accelerating your English. Host your Java. This is showing me about some service. I'm not seeing the things that you're actually working on, how you're improving, anything that's tangible to make me feel more confident about what you're doing. So I'm going to have to go and find more. I'd like to see more in the activity there. If I go to your GitHub, I did translate this earlier because I wanted to see systems analysis and development student. I'm really enjoying learning about English culture, watching anime, reading comics. Doesn't really help me that much in terms of what you want to do. What's the tech? So then I'm down to your pinned repositories. There's one in TypeScript, one in PHP, one in C++. I'm starting to wonder, I'm going to have to ask you on a call or via an email to say, you've applied for this, but I'm not sure how much experience you've got in each one, how much time you've been spending in each one, if this is definitely the type of role you want. So I might go that little step further and go, okay, let's look here. So we've got a React app, so front-end JavaScript. I don't know what this one does, but it's TypeScript, C++. Again, okay, TypeScript, PHP, Python. We're jumping around again. So I'm guessing, there's a variety of experience here, but I can't tell. I might be thinking I've got better candidates or candidates who make it clearer what they do, what their preferred tech is. So that's the bit that makes me nervous. That's the reason why I might skip over you, is it's not clear enough about what you want and how you're trying to improve, how you're progressing and trying to make this happen for yourself. Does that make sense? I hope it's been informative. Let me know if you've got any questions, and if you also want a profile review, there's a link on my website where you can request a profile review afterwards. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one.